So what have I been working on? I've been working on a couple of interesting things. Lately, I've been working on... Recognize it? Probably. Well, in context, you will. This is a Apollo DSKY. That's the display keyboard. I decided to make one. Not the first. There's lots of them online, designs, and I kind of started with some CAD files that I found, and they all kind of had the same idea, and that is to make like a full block that could actually work inside an Apollo spacecraft. I don't happen to have one on hand, and I'm not expecting to find one, so I designed my own. And I used, well, let me show you kind of the things I did. First, I used these switches here. I used cherry green switches, which are the strongest springs I could find. This is all to scale. It actually would be the same size as an Apollo DSKY. It theoretically could fit in the space, although, as I said, I doubt that's going to come up. Then I decided to run it with a Raspberry Pi. So I designed the back of it so that it would have, you see, a Pi is here, and I have all the controls and stuff. And I minimized it. The front still looks like the front, the way it's kind of supposed to look, and the clicks are very satisfying. It works really well. I can show some of the details. I guess I could post some of the details. I'll make this public, you know, if you want to make one yourself. It's all done with 3D printing. So let me show you what happens when I turn it on. So let's see. Now it's going to start up. Now I know the way I worked this is I set all of these switches, and I showed one blank here, one just to show what the inside of that would look like, right? They go through the general purpose I/O board and actually are mapped to the keyboard. This acts like a keyboard to the Raspberry Pi. There, it's come up. I have two screens to act as either side. They are touch screens, see? So I can actually deal with them when they're sitting around. Now, what I'm going to do here is log into it remotely. Here, and let's see if I do DSKY. Look at that. Looks like an Apollo, and it's actually, thanks to the virtual AGC, running the actual Apollo firmware, you know, in case you need to launch a LEM or something. So it can do some of the basic commands. For example, if I did noun 3.5, enter, it will do the self-test. Sorry, I said noun 3.5, verb 3.5, enter. Okay. I programmed all this to look the same color that the original DSKY would have, and to have the same, you know, exact measurements and stuff, and it shows the lights on the right hand side. Then we can go to see verb 3.6, enter. That clears the screen. I can do a clock. The clock is verb 16, noun 36. So verb 16, noun 36, enter. That'll be the amount of seconds since it was started up. Basic test, just to watch things wiggle. You know, it's, the font is was very meticulously created by someone other than me. I'm standing on the shoulders of giants, as it were, in that regard. And these are actual keys. Let's see if I can show. Oh, I have a function. I wrote the front end function, and I wrote it so if you hit these two keys at the same time, it exits. Now, if you look at the prompts in there, you'll see as I hit the key 1, 2, 3, it actually shows. See, I wired the keys in so that they would work. Verb is V, noun is N, plus, minus, that sort of thing. That's one of the main things I've been working on. Now, why have I been working on that? Yeah, it'd be cool. Thought it'd be kind of fun. Oh, something else it does, which I'm going to cut to here and show you that. There. It will also run Android Auto. See? And this, by the way, is a touchscreen. So I can maneuver if I wanted to set a point or a go-to or use my microphone. That would work. So I'm not sure what I'm going to use the right-hand screen for. I can't yet. I haven't been able to figure out to expand this to both sides. I'm not sure if I'd even want to do that, but I will make the keys active because, as I've shown you, the keys are just, they're wired in like it's a keyboard, so I can make them do stuff. And the reason it does stuff like that is so that it can fit where I kind of thought I could put it. Let me show you. Now, I realize this is going to look rough because it's not anywhere near like done yet. It's just sort of a basic concept, and I'm probably gonna have to change some things. I'm definitely gonna have to print up and design and print up a bracket, but the idea is to kind of put it here and have it deployable and maybe displayable in the new Tesla that I bought. Yes, I bought a Tesla. And I think that the idea is that when it's not in use, it would fold down like this. It actually would fit in here barely, and then, you know, be out of the way. But I can't think of anything more appropriate than a spacecraft guidance system actually working with the Tesla, with the keys and everything. It just, how is that not in a conversation starter? So anyway, that is what I've been working on. And I guess the next thing is the really fast 3D printer. I'll work on that next. I did some stuff with a drone, which I'd like to show you. But you see this over, oh, you can't see it from here. All right, over to here. Where is it? There. You see that that windmill right there? I'll zoom in on it. Yeah, you know, that windmill looks really close. It looks really cool from up close. In particular, I thought it would be neat to take a really close look at it with my drone. And when I say close, I mean like too close. I was using a new controller and hit the gas, and anyway, that's what happened to my drone. And I was able to recover it, and I'm waiting on some replacement parts. So that will be the next video.